Hello, I'm Matthew Way here. In this video, I'll be reviewing Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I know what you're going to say, why I'm reviewing this movie when it came out 3+ months around Labor Day weekend. I will tell you why, because I did not see it until November 12, 2021, the first day it would have been released on Disney+. I also saw this movie again on December 10, 2021. The reason for that is still COVID-19. I have not seen a movie since March 2020 in a movie theater. I've been watching all my movies from the comfort of my own home. I will now do an analysis of several topics that I saw in this movie. In the beginning of the movie, we see the Mandarin using the Ten Rings to gain power and wealth. As Shang-Chi's mother said, he could have used it for good, instead he used it for evil. Instead of being rings that are worn on your fingers, these rings are worn like bracelets around his arm. The rings corrupted the Mandarin, and he kept wanting more power and wealth. The more power and wealth he got, the more he wanted. His lust and greed for power and wealth kept driving him. The rings also made him immortal, as he could not die. Another character that I can think that I've read and watched is Ra's al Ghul. Ra's was immortal thanks to Lazarus Pits, which kept him from dying. Ra's, like the Mandarin, had an organization called the League of Shadows, or League of Assassins. We know the Mandarin has his own organization, and they are called the Ten Rings. Shang-Chi flees to San Francisco, as you know. That is where Ant-Man resides. Shang tries to live a normal life with his best friend Katie, played by Awkwafina. They are goofing around driving cars, as he claims to be the Asian Jeff Gordon, driving a very expensive car when they should be parking it since they both work as valets. Shang can speak multiple languages, as he can go back to Chinese, back to English very well. He later gets attacked by a man who has a sword that has a mystical element to it. Not only does this movie show the martial art elements, but the mystical or magical ones as well. Another character that comes to mind is Iron Fist, who has both martial art and mystical elements to it. As you know, Danny Rand, aka Iron Fist, trains in a mystical world called Kulan. Shang-Chi must go back to his mother's homeland, which is not of this world but another, and the world is called Tai Lo. As we saw in the beginning, the Mandarin goes to Tai Lo as well because he conquered so much here on Earth. He lost to Shang's mother. His mother's movements in terms of her martial arts are like a dance, and the way she moves, as with the Mandarin, is a dance. How do I know they look like dancing is because that I took Tae Kwon Do for 9 years and earned up as far as a 4th degree black belt, as I would have told you in my review of Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 3, that I have this training. So I can tell you from experience that their movements in the movie are very authentic. I will have you watch a few martial arts clips that I've pulled off the internet to prove my point.
那是我第一次见到你的父亲。 For more information about the
Your mother knew who she was. Do you?
I am back. I hope what you got of what I was saying from what I saw in the movie is true from the clips I showed you. The movie shows Shang-Chi losing his mother by watching her get killed right in front of his eyes. It wounded him like I would have mentioned in one of my other reviews in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, how Eddie Valley cured the wound of his brother dying by a piano being dropped on his head. I also mentioned the wound in By God's Grace review and analysis as well. It goes back to the offer I told you about John Eldridge, which I will leave a link to his offer page from Amazon at the bottom of this video. Shang's father, the Mandarin, took the rings off because he was trying to be a better man for his wife and children. Once he gets killed, it broke the Mandarin and he put them back on and became a slave to the rings once again. The Mandarin becomes obsessed with bringing his wife back at all costs, that he's willing to go to her homeland to destroy it, if necessary, to bring her back. As we learn that he was hearing a demon and that demon was egging him on to break it out. What I mean by this is that demon represents a spiritual demon. Yes, I know it was a dragon, but it had a very demonic look to it if you look closely at it. Shang-Chi also must confront his demons, as his best friend Katie tells him, "What you have not told me, Shang, and what you kept hiding." She is not the damsel in the distressed type. She told him, "I'm going with you, and you will not get me here." This also goes back to John Eldridge, in that he talked about the woman doesn't want to be the adventure, she wants to be part of the adventure. Sean, with Michelle Yeoh, who plays his Aunt Nan, told him, "You must confront your pain." Sean asked how his mother beat his father. She told him, "Your mother knew who she was, do you?" So he stayed true to who she was, never wavered. Sean must do the same and accept the bad and good things that happen in his life. Sean cannot run always from his life. If he does, then he will never truly hear. I can understand that, as I run for myself for years. Doing these videos helps me feel alive, and hope you guys can see that when I'm doing these videos. Sean, earlier in the film with Katie, went back to front his sister, who left back in China to live with her father. She creates a fight club where we see Juan and Abomination fight, and believe it or not, Juan beats Abomination. It becomes an interesting scenario where Sean fights his sister. These events that happen need to happen so he can confront his past and deal with the demons he has been running from. Sean later realizes who he is and that he is Earth's greatest martial artist. And with the help of his best friend Katie, he finds himself with the help of his Aunt Nan. It takes him getting to the end of the story to find himself. The story is true to the comics, as everything I know about Shang-Chi from reading that he has a troubled past with his father. Yes, his father was not the Mandarin, but his father in the comics was not always the best of people. He and his sister have a broken relationship, to say the least. That I can tell you is true, authentic as well. Overall, I'll give this story a 10 out of 10 rating. You probably are asking, how can I give a 10 out of 10 because nothing is perfect? Also know that those out there that are asking how I've given the Hawkeye series 10 out of 10 so far. This is Marvel, and I trust Marvel. They take their time and know what they are doing. I'm not claiming this story is perfect, but in terms of executing and keeping you engaged, it did that. It is not a simple story, as it has complicated relationships, and the answer is not always as easy as we'd like it to be. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell to be notified of any future videos that come on the channel. Please let me know what books, movies, or TV shows you'd like me to review next in the comment section below. Please share this video with your friends and family so my channel can grow. Thank you and have a wonderful day.